Hi, my name is Joshua Teo and I'm the second speaker for the opposition group. The second speaker of the proposition group mentioned that cloning turns human reproduction into a species of manufacture. We do not agree to that point, as cloning will be able to provide infertile couples with children. Utilizing conventional treatments for infertility, the yielded successful percentages could be as low as 10%. Couples go through physically and emotionally painful procedures for a small prospect of having children. Many couples run out of time and money without successfully having children. As the majority of people who would choose this option are infertile couples, the decision of cloning a human is still voluntary and is not mandatory for everyone to abide by. Therefore, cloning cannot be generalized as a species of manufacture. Secondly, the second proposition speaker also raised the point of clones having higher percentages of deformities and abnormalities. In every medical procedure, there will be side effects. This can be compared to plastic surgery, where the initial aesthetic appeal is of a high value, but as time passes, so does the physical attractiveness. This can be observed from Michael Jackson's nose, which looked aesthetically pleasing at the start, but as time passed, not only did its physical attractiveness wear off, but the nose also dropped off. The same can be observed from cloning as well. Cloning itself will also have side effects. Take the cough mixture for example. It contains codeine, which can have a serious side effect on the respiratory and neurological systems. Does this mean that medications should be banned as well, because they have side effects? Thirdly, the second proposition speaker's point of cloning being a very expensive process and is only reserved for the rich and wealthy is totally invalid because it has veered off the actual topic, which is whether cloning should or should not be banned as compared to the pricing and whether it is only made available to a certain higher privileged group. Fourthly, the second proposition speaker also pointed out that killing babies formed from cloning to extract stem cells is cruel. Does this mean that it is okay for patients who are waiting for organ transplants to be denied the chance to obtain the treatment? These cloned babies are actually from people who volunteered willingly, thus they would know where the whole process was headed towards. Extracting stem cells from one baby could be grown into a wide variety of different organs. These organs will save more than just one life. Therefore, cloning of this form is beneficial and ethical because the donors know what they have signed up for and the patients are able to receive the appropriate treatments. Moving on to the points that my group wants to instigate. Firstly, on the point whether cloning is ethical or not, we have to have a more panoramic view of the entire situation as compared to a narrowed one. For one, people who donate their sperms and eggs for cloning are fully aware of the outcomes. Moreover, many lives can be saved. Take cloning heart cells for example. We can treat heart attack victims by cloning their healthy heart cells and injecting them into the areas of the heart that have been damaged. This will allow us to save more lives. Cloning heart cells from stem cells also provides us with ways to cure infants with birth defects, namely arterial septal defect. Does this mean that these babies whom have these defects aren't allowed a chance to live? The average human carries 8 defective genes inside them. These defective genes allow people to become sick when they would otherwise remain healthy. With human cloning and its technology, it may be possible to ensure that we no longer suffer because of our defective genes. The problems caused by these genes could potentially cause incurable diseases like cancer. The only feasible option that is granted to us as of current is that of stem cell cloning. Human cloning could produce effective gene therapy against problems like cystic fibrosis as well. Should cloning then be banned just to save one life as compared to the many others that it will save? Lastly, cloning is a reproductive right and should be allowed once it is judged to be no less safe than natural production. Just as how a parent whom has lost a child due to unforeseen circumstances to be able to cope with the physical and mental trauma by having their child cloned. This clone is under a voluntary act of the parents and does not in any way affect the society in any negative way biologically. By using W.D. Ross's ethics, duties of beneficence, which is the duty to do good to others, foster their health, security, wisdom, good moral or happiness, is based on the fact that there are other beings in the world whose conditions we can make better in respect of virtue, intelligence, or pleasure. Thank you.